The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus said to his disciples, "When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that its desolation is at hand. Then those in Judea must flee to the mountains. Let those within the city escape from it. And let those in the countryside not enter the city. For these days are the time of punishment, when all the scriptures are fulfilled. Woe to pregnant women and nursing mothers in those days, for a terrible calamity will come upon the earth, and a wrathful judgment upon these people. They will fall by the edge of the sword, and be taken as captives to all the Gentiles. And Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot by the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles are fulfilled. There will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. And on earth nations will be in dismay, perplexed by the roaring of the sea and the waves. People will die of fright, in anticipation of what is coming upon the world. For the powers of the heavens will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. But when these signs begin to happen, stand erect and raise your heads, because your redemption is at hand." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Lord Jesus Christ.
Praise be Jesus and Mary.
Now and forever.
But when these signs begin to happen, stand erect and raise your heads, because your redemption is at hand. Brothers and sisters, there was a story of uh, a writer, and once he was going around in the school, and he saw the janitor. Hindi si Mang Johnny, janitor yung tagalinis. And he was reading the Bible, and he was reading the book of Revelation. And so, this writer asked the janitor, "Do you understand what you are reading?" He said, "Oh yes, this is the book of Revelation." And the writer said, "Do you know that many theologians and even men of the church has not or do not know how to interpret this book of Revelation?" And the janitor answer is, there's only one thing I understand with the book of Revelation. And what is that? The writer asked. And he said, the book of Revelation is Jesus is a winner at the end. He is a victor in the end. And this is really what we, particularly as Catholic, must look upon regarding the end. Because as I have watched some reflection this afternoon regarding the gospel, sabi nga ni Father Dave Crisostomo, the end for a Catholic is not the end of the world. Hindi rin ito yung the end ng isang istoryang barbero ba? May isang barbero na naggugupit, siguro narinig nyo na yan, naggugupit doon sa kanyang dayuhan na foreigner na English speaking na Amerikanong customer. So natapos na siyang gupitan, So sabi nung barbero sa sarili niya, paano ko sasabihin dito sa foreigner? Di ako marunong mag-English. Natapos na yung gupit. Sabi, alam ko na, no? Kasi lagi siyang pupunta sa sine, nanonood ng movies. So, habang katatapos lang niya maglabakara ng balbas, so sabi niya dun sa foreigner, Sir, yes, sabi ng foreigner, Sir, this is the end, sir. So, tumakbo yung foreigner, no? Sa takot. Kasi sabi nung, this is the end, sir. So, what does it mean for us to hear the word the end? Because some of us, even some, I don't know, no? So-called apocalyptic preachers said, magugunaw na ang mundo, no? 3 days of darkness. Ayun pala, yung 3 days of darkness ay 3 days of darkness kasi hindi nakabayad ng kuryente, no? Lagpas na sa due date, hindi nabayaran to 3 days darkness kasi walang pambayad, no? Dili man. And as Father Dave said, the end, no, is not really that fearsome o nakakatakot. The true end, my brothers and sisters, is when we don't have God in our life. That's the end. No? For a Christian, the end does not mean those na babagsak na yung bulalakaw, magkakaroon ng 3 days of darkness, maraming hindi po yun. The end is when a person close his or her heart to God. Yun ang the end. Kasi, no, ang tunay na the end is yung doon ka mapunta sa impyerno, you go to hell with the devil. That's the end. But for us, hoping that all of us, just like the saint we are celebrating today, Saint Andrew Dung Lac and companion martyrs, if I'm not mistaken, they are the first saint of Korea. No? And when Pope Francis went there to South Korea, he visited first the shrine of these martyrs, Saint Andrew Dung Lac. And what is interesting is that just like us in the Philippines, Saint Andrew Dung Lac are not priests, if I'm not mistaken. No? They are all laymen, secular. No? And yet, they were able to give their life for the faith. They are not afraid to die, because to die for God means to have life and not the end. No? And to have God, at the end of our life is to have everlasting life. Sabi niya, yun ang merong forever. No? That is forever. There's no the end in Christian life. There's only forever. The end is when we lose God, when we have no God in our life. That's the end. But as long as we have God, as long we have our Blessed Mother, as long as we do our best to really persevere in our vocation as a religious, as a priest, as a true Christian, true Catholics, we can say that there is forever and not the end. Praise be Jesus and